Hello and welcome to this lab exercise for the activities section of our lessons. The goal of this lab is to create an activity and be able to monitor its life cycle in real time. In order to be able to monitor the life cycle of the activity, we will utilize the Android Logcat and logging APIs. Android.util.log class allows us to easily print messages to the Android log stream. This can then be viewed in the Logcat view of Android Studio for any connected device or emulator. Common method calls for the log class are log.v to send a verbose level log message, log.d to send a debug level log message, log.i to send an info level log message, log.e to send an error level log message, and log.w to send a warn level log message. All of these message calls receive two parameters. The first is a tag string. This string will allow us to easily filter specific log messages in our Logcat by filtering by tag. The second is a string message to be printed to the log stream. In most cases, the tag string will be defined as a constant in your activity or other component. In the case of activities, it is commonly defined as the activity class name. For this lab, we will need to create a new project in Android Studio. This time, however, while creating the project, when in the Add an Activity to Mobile screen, select the Add No Activity option. This will create a project without any activity or layout XMLs. Once the project has been created, create a new activity by opening the Java folder in our project and right-clicking on the main package for our project, selecting the option New Activity, Blank Activity. In the form for the new activity, set its name to First Activity. Its layout name should then be auto-generated to Activity First. Change the title of the activity to First Space Activity. The menu should also be auto-generated as Menu First. One of the most important aspects in this form is the Launcher Activity option. This declares whether this activity will be the first activity launched when the application is launched in default mode. Make sure to select this option for activity and click Finish. Once the activity and its assets have been created, add a tag constant to the activity for our logging purposes. This is best done by adding the member to the first activity class, private static final string tag equals the string first activity, as seen here. Now override the onCreate, which should already be overridden, the onStart, the onResume, onPause, onStop, and onDestroy methods in this activity. Add to each method a call to log.d with the parameters rTagConstant and a string in x, where x is the name of the method callback. For instance, in onCreate, add the code log.d tag in onCreate. Just for this example, these log lines should be added after the super calls in each method. Run the application and monitor the calls in Logcat. Once the onResume log message is printed, press the home button on the device or emulator, and then some of the remaining calls should be printed to the Logcat. The results of this lab should be printed in Logcat to resemble the results listed here. The first three lines in blue should be printed to the Logcat as the application is launched. Once the home button is pressed, the remaining two lines in red should be printed. Please note that the onDestroy call may not be called when pressing the home button from our activity. The Android system may not require to destroy the activity because it may be displayed again shortly. If instead of pressing the home button after the onResume call is printed, we press instead the back button, the Android system should destroy the activity, and we should see the following line called showing our onDestroy. Thank you for joining us in this lab exercise. The following video will cover the solution for this lab.